A slave narrative is a genre of prose that records the life of blacks who have experienced slavery. These types of stories were prominent in America and Europe in the mid 1800s when slavery as an institution was still prevalent. Most of these stories were written after the end of the Civil War when blacks were finally allowed to have access to books. Many of these works had their authenticity certified by white abolitionists. These narratives spoke of the dark and evil nature of slavery. Blacks at the time, both literate and illiterate, wrote and told their experiences and feelings regarding the sorrows they endured because of their enslavement. Some stories, such as the interview of Walter Calloway's Old Joe Had Religion, presents a candid interview of what plantation life was about and the intimate connections of enslaved people. In this narrative, Old Joe speaks in common parlance. For the day, he doesn't sugarcoat anything or attempt to be profound or eloquent. Yet, he articulates such a realism that readers totally identify with Old Joe. Other narratives, such as 12 Years a Slave, the narrative of Alure Equiano, are written less formally and are far better known. The way each narrative was written was influenced by where the narrator lived. These geographic differences influenced the words that were used, old sayings, and what the speaker experienced. It is important to note that these stories are indeed the experience of real individuals. Though some would speak to dispute the validity of some, the vast majority are not made up and should be read as such. These stories are treasured troves of historians and deliver first-hand accounts of life in an antebellum South. Because of slave narratives, the voice of black folks was able to be heard instead of simply being dismissed, as they take their rightful place among written history.